What's up everybody, Hector Magical here with another WordPress tutorial, and today I'm going to teach you how to make a proper post on WordPress. Now you can hover over this little post section and click add new, or if you're on your blog you can go right here to the little new button. This drop down menu will come up and then click post. Now this is a post of mine about my favorite video game Easter egg. It's posted on Easter. And it's about catching Mew in Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow. Now on the back end, you'll just see this big page about adding a new post. So let's go through each section. First, we have the title. It says enter title here. Let's say the internet loves cats. And then down here, a permalink will pop up. It'll be the website's name and then the title in kind of a URL format. So for me, hectormagical.com/the internet dash, or I should say the dash internet dash loves dash cats. If you want, you can edit it to something simple or something, I don't know, even crazy. Internet cat lovers, I don't know, whatever you want. And then click OK. And then when you publish your post, this will be the new permalink. Okay, now let's go down to the post itself. This is where you write your whole post about the internet loving cats. Meow. Meow. But really the first thing you should do, well, if you already know what the post is going to be about, you can write a little kind of a teaser or an intro thing that shows up on the front page or when you share your post or whatever. Sometimes people will do like a clickbait type teaser. The internet loves cats. Find out why here. After doing that, click enter and click insert read more tag. Now when you do this, it'll show up over here, just a little read more tag like this about my post about dealing with carpal tunnel syndrome. I said I've been dealing with carpal tunnel syndrome for some time now. I think it's time to take a break from things. That was my little intro, and then you can read more. And if you share the post on Facebook, it usually has that little intro. Then you type the rest of your body over here. If you're typing the entire article in WordPress, you don't have to worry about anything. You can switch between the visual and the text editor. However, if you have an entire article written on some kind of program like OpenOffice or Microsoft Word, and you just copy the whole thing and paste it, you can run into a ton of problems in the back end with all this different messed up stuff. The markup code, and you can come in or run into other problems about spacing. So to avoid all that, go to the text section and paste everything here. Then switch the visual section and all the markup code will be completely erased. Now there are a bunch of other things you can add, like bold, italicize, strike through, underline, and of course we have bulleted lists, numbered lists. If you want to separate things like completely from other parts of the post, you can add a horizontal line. You can align the stuff to the left. Well, it's aligned to the left by default. You can align it to the center. You can align it to the right. And then if you want to add a link, click here. You just highlight some text, click insert or edit link, and then add a link here. I'll add a link to my website, hectormagical.com. Then you can add a title to whatever the link says when you hover over it. This button is to open the link in a new window or tab. So when the post is all up, and there's a link somewhere like this, you can click it and it'll open up in a new tab or an entirely new window instead of opening up in the exact same tab and window that you currently have open. If you want to remove it, just click onto the text that's linked and click the remove link button. Then we have spell check, or proofreading, keyboard shortcuts, undo, redo. If you make an error, you can undo it. If you accidentally undo something, you can redo it. Increase indent, decrease indent, special characters, clear formatting, paste as text, text color, and justify. Personally, I do not like justify, but some people do. If you have a huge body of text, you'll see it does not line up at the end margin. But if you highlight everything and click justify, everything will be just straight up and match the margins. Basically like this little button right here. See how the lines are perfectly straight? It'll make it so everything's straight and within the margin. And I think it looks kind of ugly, but some people might like it. All these buttons down here depend on your theme or plugins. So these buttons probably will not show up on your WordPress unless you have the exact same theme that I do. Now if you want to have a section of the post that's kind of important or a little header or something, we have headers over here. We can say something like breeds of cats, highlight it, and add a header. Usually the title of the entire post is heading 1, so we'll go with heading 2. Then do stuff under it. What are those things called? Turtle shell cats. And then if you want a subheading in that heading, you can do something smaller like heading 3. You can keep going 4, 5, all the way down to 6. And that'll try and help make your post a little more organized. Now for the next part, we have categories. For my favorite video game Easter egg, I chose the gaming category because I have categories for life, gaming, strategy guides, entertainment, galleries, stories, and politics. It was a post about my favorite video game Easter egg, so I chose the gaming category. Next, we have tags. Since my favorite video game Easter egg was about Pokemon, I used the tag Pokemon, and then since it's about Easter eggs, I chose Easter eggs, and then since I posted on Easter, I use the tag Easter just in case I make other posts about Easter in the future. And all the related posts that share that same tag will show up over here. Now all the stuff down here depends on your theme, so I won't talk about it. Next up is the featured image. Click a featured image and your media library will show up. Click something. Here we have a picture of a cat. Set featured image. And then when you preview your post, the featured image will be at the top. And then when you share your post, like on Facebook, the featured image will show along with the read more tag. Well, the little sentence above the read more tag. Now you saw when I clicked the featured image, the whole media library popped up. You can add images to your post by clicking the add media button right here. And then you can click your different images. Choose a title, caption if you want, alt text, description. You can align the picture to the left, center, right, or no alignment. You can link the picture to the media file, to a different attachment page. You can do a completely custom URL, or you don't have to have any links at all. And then we have the size, thumbnail, medium, large, full size, and you can mess with the size a little bit in the advanced options after you post the image. And I'll choose large, media file, center, insert it into post, and it's right there. So let's take another preview. And here it is, shows up. right here, and then I can click on it, and my theme has this little pop-up box, so it'll pop up and expand the image. Now if you want to add a ton of images in a little gallery, you can do Add Media, Create Gallery, and then you can choose a number of images to go into the gallery. If you want to deselect them, just click this little deselect button, or if you want to deselect all of them, you click this little clear button. Once you have all the images you wanted for your gallery, click Create a New Gallery, and then link to attachment page, media file, or none, however many columns you want, randomize the order if you want, and then insert gallery, and then it'll add a little gallery. Let's preview that again. And then bam, little gallery. The gallery may look differently depending on your theme, so it might not look kind of squarish like this. It might be more rectangular. Just depends on your setup. Now if you want to upload an image to use, same thing, just add media, and you'll notice the little upload files button. You can select a file, or you can just drag and drop right here, and then it'll upload to your media file or media library, and then you can click the image. And once you're all set, ready to publish it, well, maybe you're not completely ready to publish. You still have a little bit more tweaking to do, but you have to take off. You will want to save the draft, and then it'll save to all your posts, and you can come back to it later and spruce it up a little bit. And you can also preview it like we have been doing. And then over here we have publish settings. If you transferred a post from maybe a former website you had, and you wanted to add the exact date you originally published the post on, you can add like February 21st 2010 or whatever, and when you click OK and publish it, the date will say February 21st 2010 when it was published. But if you want to do a publish date for sometime in the future, like next week at 10 o'clock a.m. or whatever, you can add a different date for the future. Let's say 2014 October, I don't know, and then you click schedule instead of publish. But when you are ready, when your post is completely ready, you just click publish, and it'll pop up on your website. That's pretty much all you need to know about making a post, but I will go deeper into categories and tags, maybe even media, in future videos. So if you found this video helpful, you can give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. If you know people that are trying to work on WordPress or new to WordPress, you can share this video and help spread the information, man.